Hello and welcome back to some more of Kerbal Space Program with me, the Green Dragon. We are preparing to do our second visit to the moon, this time enter orbit, and well, let's see what we can accomplish. Oh, glorious explorers. No, stay focused. No, stability control back on. There we go. And burned like a crazy person. Let's keep an eye on that maneuver, shall we? Okay, you're gonna have to mildly adjust here. That gives us a moon perhaps of about 1.6 million. And this brings it way the frack down. And that would give me another moon flyby at a later date. Oh. That's an interesting trajectory. We'll consider this maneuver complete. Alright, so that was low over Kerbin, right? Yep. EVA report. Store experiments. Take data. Store experiments. Keep going. Let's go a ways out, see if we can get even more. Okay. Crew report. Just in case. I'd rather get extra copies than miss out, so... you know. Okay, fair enough, those are duplicates. We can't. But that's okay. Let's time warp till we are at the moon. And then we can do it, a thing in high in space over moon and low in space over moon. And we'll do a few orbits at the moon. I think I might go for an eccentric orbit here, just a low periaps, high apoaps, in order to save on fuel, potentially. We'll see how that works out, but... well... add maneuver. Okay, that's random and weird. But that's on a subsequent return to the moon. How much would it take to get into a low orbit here? Proper low orbit. Not much, honestly. Let's say we want to bring our apoaps down to... about there will do, actually. A 200. Do I have a 200 in me? I think I do. So yeah, let's do that. And crew report. Okay, that's high in space over moon. That doesn't really give us anything, apparently. Fair enough. Let's get closer to the maneuver. Okay, we are slightly closer. Let's turn around so we're ready for the burn, actually. No, 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 bad. Bad. I hope that didn't fuck things up too much. No, 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 just stabilize, it's fine. Okay. Oh my fucking god, I can just tell it to focus retrograde. That is beautiful and cancerous at the same time. Okay. Now before we do that... that's still... this is still high? Okay, I think I might need to lower myself lower down. But that's okay. We will do that then. If that's what it takes. That's what we'll do. Doesn't need to be that precise here, as long as we drop ourselves into an orbit. because we'll be making subsequent adjustments anyway. Here we're actually gonna take ourselves down closer to about 30, 25. That should surely be low in space over Moon. We should still have enough for an ejection burn, I think. Hopefully, otherwise we're gonna end up with a stranded Kerbal. And you can still EVA and store that in the thing. Yeah. So we're gonna go down to there. Okay. This should surely be low. And just point retrograde, by the way. Yeah, that was a bad idea. Let's not and say we did, okay? Let's not actually EVA while we're spinning around. And this is low in space over the Moon. Hubba hubba. Okay, you. EVA report. Sweet mother of all science. Take data. Store. Okay. Looks good enough here. Approaching the periapsis. I wonder if this shifts by biome, then my plan is to actually take from as many biomes as possible. Which should put me in a very good position science-wise. At least that's the idea. I just want to shift this down so they're both within... well, within this. Crew report. Space near the Moon. No usable comms antenna in range, obviously. Keep this. EVA. Take data. Store. EVA report. This is our Midlands. Okay. Store. Can't. Okay. Crew report. Yeah, this just counts as near Moon. Observe material bay. We want to keep this because that's nice and high value. Of course. Log temperature. Space near the Moon. Yeah. Well, we know this stuff now. Why don't we go down a ways, collect some data, take data from this, and from this. This is Highlands. We want to keep this experiment and we want to store all these. And this gives us a bunch more stuff. Sweet. Let's actually see if we can get another thing from here, because this should be a different EVA. Farside crater, yes. Store the experiment. Board. Time warp some more. What about here? Does this count as a new thing as well? Let's find out. Midlands. I think we have Midlands. We have Midlands. Board anyway and dump the experiment, of course. Okay. EVA. This is still Midlands. Okay. Try another EVA. Lowlands. Oh boy. Maybe I should have added more actual freaking shoot. I might lose the experiment thing on the bottom when I land, but luckily all the actual experiments are going to be stored in this, so... Yep. Okay, try again. Highlands, we have highlands. Okay. I'm just checking, I can't really see in the dark, so I'm making sure that we get everything that we can reach from an equatorial orbit, more or less. So, EVA report. We have lowlands as well. Alright. EVA. Midlands, yes. I think we have everything we can easily get. So, that being the case, we need to consider our escape. That would put us into a higher orbit, though. We want to escape this way, to swing south towards Kerbin. That's a crappy escape. We want to be lower on the Kerbin periapses. This is probably the ideal angle. Yeah, we just need to burn more if we want to. Okay, okay. That puts us to 500. And let's just keep adjusting this, see how much we have to actually spend on this. 300, we should have 300 in us. So 20 minutes away from the burn, and we can have a very reasonable escape. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Maneuver, point at the bloody maneuver. Come on. There we go. Maneuver. And let's time warp towards it, shall we? Here's to hoping all goes well. Because it could go horribly. The burn should be relatively small, just a few seconds really. If we're pointing the right way. I'm gonna start burning now at a reduced rate, say about 60-70%, which should make it work out about right. And it does. Sweet. Now we're not gonna go as aggressively as we did on the previous return from the moon. We're just gonna put it at something like 32 kilometers in Kerbin's atmosphere. So, we need to be exact on this. Kill the maneuver. Don't need it anymore. And just watch it tick down very gradually. Perfect. That's 32.5. That is excellent. Exactly what we want. We probably are... We won't detach the actual rocket until we have escaped the moon. There we go. All is as it should be. I think now we can ditch the actual rocket. So, let's actually do that. Time warping. There. And close this. Close the doors. Okay, good. Now, hopefully we have enough stuff, including a ablator, to make it down safely. I mean, the ablator we have enough of, I'm sure of it. It's more the other stuff, like parachutes, that I'm not so sure of. Not entirely sure that a single parachute is gonna be enough. What the fuck is electric charge being spent on? What the... It's just draining batteries. It's just draining bloody batteries. For no fucking reason. Okay, good to know. Glad we had this talk. Glad we had this bloody talk. Well, luckily I took batteries with me. Extra ones, I mean, so we're not gonna run out, at least. But this is mildly concerning. Still, we should be nicely aligned. Ablator is already starting to be spent. Yep, here comes the re-entry. This won't be a problem, I'm sure of it. We have plenty. We certainly have plenty. Oh, come on! Oh, that is bull! No! I don't consent! Keep it balanced! Keep it attached to the bottom! Keep it on there! It's... Shit! No! I can pull this back, I can control it. I can control this. Fucking experiment bay bullshit, useless piece of trash, fucked everything up. The last second. Camera, why? Fuck, fuck, shit. No. Now keep the ablator there on the bottom, attached. No, 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 don't spin out, don't spin out. Control it, control it, control it. I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. Keep it under control. I can do this. I can do this. It's okay. I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. Don't lose focus. No, 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 no. Okay, that's not very good. So this construction turned out to be not so stable. We are mildly out of control, but we managed to burn off potentially enough speed to survive this. So we might be okay. We might be okay. I think the weight distribution was off. Also, that experiment bay fucked me. No. We're not gonna lawn dart face first. No. Just gonna deploy the chute so that it keeps us straight when it deploys, hopefully. Also, fun re-entry, everyone! Fun re-entry! This should keep it stable. Should drag it straight. Eventually. Because, you know, the chute, the bloody chute should help. At least this should make our weight low enough that we can actually safely land. Oh boy. That was mildly... fuck. That was fun, everyone. That was fun. I have no idea. Somewhere on Kerbin. And, well, I didn't even land. I just took a bunch of EVA reports from the moon. If that's what you mean. So, I haven't gone to landing on another planetoid yet. This is very early in the career. This was my first stable orbit around the moon. And I took a bunch of science, and I want it because it will give me the parts to actually land if I can get it back. It's like, this thing holds like 400 units of science at least. Well, I can't be sure, but I think it's something like 300 or 400. Should be. At least I should be able to land this now. Now that, you know, the experiment bay fucking burned off. Oh, that was horrible. That was just wrong. Just beyond wrong, actually. Okay. Okay. I don't need to bring this service bay with me because I can bring this canister with me when I land. So I should design my future rockets with that in mind. Now let's recover the vessel and see what we actually get. Okay, so 300, not 400. Did that not complete the bloody mission? No, it did. Okay. Plant flag on the moon. Yes, they want us to do a landing next. Or a rescue. Oh, right. 2 vessels in orbit, rendezvous. Okay. We'll think on it. Let's first see what we can actually get here. This is tempting. More batteries would be very tempting. Advanced flight control. It's not strictly speaking necessary. Struts are. And this is essentially jets. Let's go with flight control and landings. Space exploration. How much science? 170. Tentatively I could get this. I get more powerful rockets to go with this. Advanced construction. Well, before we do that, why don't we fly some tourists around? Do we need to? Yeah, this is just suborbital flights. Does any of this give me a bit of science? I haven't gotten science from space around Kerbal, as in the junior pod thing. So why don't we just launch a quick rocket up there and see what's what. Okay, let's actually zoom in a bit. Okay, Science Pod Junior, that's more or less what we want. This thing is apparently heavy. How much? How heavy is it? Just 50 kilos. It shouldn't be that much of a problem. In theory. Okay, what scientific instruments do we actually have available? Ooh, that's a crew cabin. For 2, right. Good. Just keep track of that. Okay, so, assuming we want to go up, we want something cheap that will go up and will give us a bit of science in the process. We don't want this. And we probably want a nice smooth re-entry, so we're gonna assume that we're gonna take one of these and hopefully we can avoid it, you know, imploding on us. We've done the other science in orbit around Kerbal, so we're not gonna be taking those. We want to keep this cheap. So, what do we actually need in order to get into orbit? That's a fun question. Stack decoupler would be a good start here. So this whole thing will earn about 20,000, so we won't stay within 15 or so, at most. So that we're not losing by this mission. Even though we're going up there to also do science, I'd still prefer not to be wasting money, you know? So assuming we take a setup like this, this gives us, assuming we use the Reliant, about 4,000. Well, how much do these cost? 600. Damn. Mildly expensive. What's our trust weight on that? Yeah, that's not gonna get more efficient, is it? Okay. different question. What if we actually... let's faff around with the fuel allowances. This should be enough for an orbit, I think. Should be enough. Let's see. Orbit 1. No, goddammit. Really? If I hold shift, it fucks me over. Okay, there we go. Orbit 1. Let's see if we can shoot this up without fucking it up. Actually, what would it cost to add some winglets? These are expensive, these are expensive. Are these cheap? Okay, basic fins are extremely cheap. Excuse me? Why the fuck am I in plane symmetry? The frack? And now I'm not. That's bizarre. But okay. So, basic rocket for shooting one asshole into orbit, more or less. This should be very manageable, very simple. So, let's try not to fuck this up. We're gonna start our turn nice and early, so that we're hopefully efficient. And it doesn't handle very well, it doesn't really want to turn, but that's fine. It doesn't need to turn quickly, because we don't want it to turn too quickly. In fact, now I'm starting to think we might have turned a bit too quickly. And I guess we're gonna see. This seems fine. Speed should be okay. Yeah, let's just burn for it and see what happens. Yep. Looks very good, in fact. First stage is doing its job like a boss. Space around Kerbal, so I don't even necessarily need to go into a full orbit. I can just go suborbital and still do fine. Wow, flopping all over the place. Great. The game. We probably want a shallow re-entry. But then again, I mean, we are gonna make it into space, so... Observe materials bay. 25 science, this should be just enough. Crew report. Reset. No. EVA. Could we like EVA? Okay, excellent. Yeah, I do want to re-enter, but shallow like. Actually, no. Fuck that. We're gonna just come back down and see if we can manage to land safely. Hopefully without fucking this whole thing up. Let's find out. Should actually use reaction control for this. Just stay focused. There we go. And we are going to use our glorious engine to help with this, of course. Mind you, this is going to get mildly hot. So let's start burning. You know, just in case this goes horribly wrong. Close the doors, by the way. This might have been a mistake, of course, as so many of the things you do in Kerbal often are. But, you know, I have high hopes for what we're doing here. Deploy the chute, deploy the chute, deploy the chute, deploy the fucking chute! Oh, fuck. Okay, let's try this a different way. We just need a suborbital flight for this, right? So, why the frack are we trying to blast this second stage up there in the first place? We don't need it, right? We can just do this. This is more than sufficient for suborbital. So let's just really quickly see if we can make this work. And start tipping over. You just want a nice, smooth bit of suborbital fuckery. Keep turning. Keep turning. We're just gonna do a straight ballistic thing. It's gonna be glorious. We have a big ass rocket and lots of good stuff. Yep, just keep going up. Lower the thrust slightly. We don't want to be burning quite that quickly. Oh look, there's the moon. Okay, good. God, it's been such a long time since I've been playing Kerbal Space Program. Such a long time. Yep, just turn. There we go. This should make for a relatively decent suborbital hop. Don't like the look of that re-entry angle. I'm gonna wait till apoapse and even it out some. Because we smashed on our re-entry last time. We have enough fuel to make this. Yeah, keep that. Close doors. Okay. They shouldn't have enough oomph to get into orbit, I think. But I might be wrong. Actually, I might be very wrong about that. This at least gives us a good angle. But yeah, apparently it's... it used to be 4500 to guarantee getting into orbit. Nowadays it looks like 3.5 is enough. Things do get easier on occasion. Keep that board. There we go. We're just gonna, you know, head on out and do our whole re-entry thing. Shouldn't be much of a problem. Even though we are at essentially orbital speeds. Point retrograde. Just do this automatically. There. Thought to fix it. How is our electric charge? Perfect. Doing just fine. Excellent. So, this should be safe now. Think. I mean, it's not like we have... It's not gonna be a bit steep, but this should be okay. Just gonna make sure that the chute will be deployed when it's supposed to be deployed. And you, Mr. Ablator, how are you doing? Wow. This is actually really good. Just click retrograde and he does it. Fancy. Okay. So that's us coming down. Relatively nicely. I could jettison the heat shield at this point. Should I? I probably should. Okay, that does nothing. Sweet. So sweet. Okay, where's the altimeter? Radar altitude. Oh boy. Lovely. Let's see. Contracts and contracts. World firsts. Good things all around. And there goes the ablator. Snap, son. I hope that wasn't anybody's field, and I really hope those things aren't poisonous. They probably are, though. They probably are. Well, before we finish, we should step outside, take a crew report, that sort of a thing, you know? Make sure we gather the little bits of extra science. Crew report. Almost worthless. EVA report. Get up. Well. Yep. I don't think we're getting back in there. Maybe we are. Maybe we are. No, 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 no. Dude! There we go. Get in, get in, get in. Okay, good. Recover vehicle. This should give us enough for 2 science things. Oh, that's a fair amount, actually. Sweet. So, research and development. What do we want? Well, heavy rocketry and advanced construction come to mind. Oh boy! Ho 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 ho. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and in the next one we're gonna try and land on the moon. See you then.